Welcome to Advanced Engineering Physics lecture series. This is Quantum Mechanics Part 10 by Dr. S. Deepthi, Assistant Professor in Physics, Department of H&S, MLR Institute of Technology. So in this video lecture, we shall have the concept of discrete energy levels. What are discrete energy levels? Since we are learning quantum mechanics. So firstly, where the quantum mechanics starts? The quantum mechanics starts with the word discrete energy. What is discrete energy? Let us see with an example what is discrete energy. So we have already learned so many things in the quantum mechanics about starting from the de Broglie hypothesis to we have derived Schrödinger time independent wave equation. So we have seen about how the electron behaves in a potential well and how the electron affects how the formation of band gaps based on the quantum mechanical nature and so on, right? So let us recall about what is discrete energy, where we start, at which point we start the quantum mechanics, right? So quantum mechanics means the basis of the quantum mechanics depends on only the discrete energy levels. Now, what is the discrete energy level? So the concept of discrete energy level is a fundamental principle in quantum mechanics, thus that dictates the bound quantum system, such as an electron in an atom can only possess certain specific values of energy rather than continuous range of values predicted by the classical physics. Okay. So in simple terms, an electron is not allowed to exist an energy between the fixed levels. So see the diagram over here. Analogy, discrete versus continuous energy. So we are talking about the discrete levels. Quantum mechanics deals with discrete levels, right? So here see the diagram. If you see the diagram, so this is the ground state. Here the electron is there. The electron jumps from one energy level to another energy level. Okay, let us consider like that. This is discontinuous. Okay, we cannot stay anywhere in between the two states. Just the electron can jump from one state to another state and by placing on the level. But it cannot exist in between the states, right? This is what is the discrete energy is. So this is the continuous energy. See this ladder, slider. This is ladder, this is slider. So the slider is having a continuous range of energy. This is what we have discussed in classical physics. This is the description of classical physics versus the quantum physics. This is the discrete energy levels. The ladder has discrete energy levels where it has different energy levels and it can accommodate in the different electrons in a different energy levels, right? We have already spoken this one in a potential well. If you remember the potential well, we have already discussed about this one in the potential well. So there will be discrete number of energy levels where the electron has number of energy states and this is this differs from the classical physics. So now, quantization of energy. The term discrete means separate, distinct or individual. In physics, it implies quantization, meaning energy come from fixed packets or quanta. This is again we are dealing with the quantum mechanics, and the quantum mechanics we are just recollecting the quantum mechanical principles in the discrete energy level, right? So the classical view means a planet orbiting in a star can be at any distance, thus have any continuous range of total energy. But here in quantum mechanically, an electron or a planet, we can say, we have took the analogy of the planet. So an electron orbiting in an atom nucleus can only occupy the specific fixed and orbital states or energies. So see here, individual atom. So the electrons revolving in a particular orbitals. Okay, see here the electrons have a particular energy levels and particular orbitals, discrete energy levels. So like that, It forms into crystal solid with the 24 atoms are drawn over here. But even though there are 24 atoms, they have the specification. If you look keen into the diagram, what happens? Each and every electron is in its specific energy level. When the atoms come close together in the close proximity, the electrons will be jumping from one another energy level and can have the conductivity and so on. But when the atoms come close together, the electrons will be in the fixed energy level and they are jumping from fixed energy level to another fixed energy level only, but not randomly, right? So this is about the origin of the basis. The idea of the discrete energy levels first proposed by Niels Bohr in 1913. Okay, Niels Bohr is the scientist who has proposed the idea of discrete energy levels. Okay, to explain the stability of the atom and the existence of atom in the atomic spectra. The deeper reason lies in the wave-particle duality of matter. This is what we have already learned. So, electron as a standing wave. According to the quantum mechanics, confined electrons behaves as a standing wave. Okay, just like a guitar string at both ends can vibrate at wavelengths that create the stable standing waves, whole number multiples of half wavelengths. An electron wave confined by the electrical potential of the nucleus must also fit the space perfectly. Only certain orbitals of wave patterns result in stable standing waves. Each stable standing wave corresponds to specific unique energy level. Any energy value that would result in a non-stable and destructive wave pattern is forbidden. Okay, so what happens here? Here we are seeing about the electron as a standing wave. That means the wave particle duality. Again, we are coming across the wave particle duality. So in the wave particle duality, what happens here? In the wave particle duality, we have already seen that the wave electron behaves as a wave as well as electron behaves as a particle. This is what we are discussing over here. So see here, the concept is mostly applied to the electron orbiting in the nucleus as described by Bohr model and more accurately by the quantum mechanical model. Allowed states. An electron can exist in one of the specific energy levels, often referred to as crystals or stationary orbits. Okay, so this is what we have already seen in a Kroning-Penning model also. From the Kroning-Penning model only we have EK diagram and we have the existence of that is the basis for the existence of origin of band gaps, right? So the ground state, the lower energy level n is equal to 1 is called as ground state. Excited states, the higher energy level n is equal to 2, 3, 4, etc. are called as excited states. So no in between. The electron can never found with an energy value in between the discrete energy levels. So this concept of discrete energy levels. Now coming to the concept of discrete energy levels in detail with the energy separations. Okay, delta E is equals to E2 minus E1. That is what we have already seen in our where does we find this one? We find this one at E is equals to H nu or E is equals to E2 minus E1, the separation of energy levels when an electron jumps from one energy level to the another energy level, right? So again, recollect this one. The existence of discrete energy levels explains how the atoms interact with the light, electromagnetic radiation, absorbance and emission. Emission and absorption are the two processes. Absorption. To move from a lower energy level to the higher energy level, electron must have absorbed the photon of energy, light energy, and exactly equal to the difference between the energy levels. E photon is equal to delta is equal to E2 minus E1. Emission. When the electron falls from higher energy level to the lower energy level, it emits photon of energy which is equal to the energy difference. Same. Since only specific energy differences are possible, only photons of specific discrete frequencies can be absorbed and emitted. This phenomena perfectly explains the characteristics of line spectra, emission and absorption unique to each element. Okay. So, line spectra. Why we need to study the line spectrum? Why? Because each and every has a fingerprint like that. Okay. We have our fingerprints, no? Each and every person has unique fingerprints like that. Each and every atom has its own characteristics that is determined by or designed by the emission and absorption of when a photon falls on a particular atom, there will be excitation and de-excitation of electrons by receiving and giving the photons. This creates a diagram, and that diagram depicts our characteristics of the particular atom, right? So the concept of discrete energy levels explains atomic stability, foundation of modern technology. So it involves a major problem of classical physics, which is predicted that an orbiting electron should continuously lose energy, spiral to the nucleus and causing the atoms to collapse. This is contrast, no? The discrete energy levels ensures that the electrons in the stationary states do not radiate energy. Okay. So by classical model, what it tells them, when an electron orbits around the nucleus, according to the classical physics, then what happens? It should lose some energy. By losing some energy, what happens to the electron? The electron, obviously, if it loses some energy, then it will be redirectly and hit the there is a chance to hit the nucleus. So when there is a chance to hit the nucleus, what happens? The electrons will come together to form into a to bound into the nucleus, and this leads to the atom collapse, which is not possible, right? So the discrete level energy levels concept is very much needed for the existence of electrons in the nucleus and existence of the atom, right? Foundation of modern technology. It is underlying principle for the technologies like lasers and LEDs, which rely on electrons making a specific energy transition to emit light. So this is the major concept that we are going to deal with lasers and LEDs. Okay, so what you have learned about till now you have learned about the concept of discrete energy levels. So in the next video lecture, you are going to learn about the quantum confinement of nanomaterials. Thank you.